Everyone thinks mastery is born in the cradle. That some people are simply gifted, blessed with the secret ingredient you missed. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The world's most exceptional doers, from athletes to artists to entrepreneurs, weren't born different. They were ordinary until they refused to stay that way. Talent is a rumor. What counts as something far rarer? And tonight, you'll discover it. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast canyon at dawn. The air is cold enough to bite, the sky streaked with fire. On the far side of that canyon is the version of you who does things exceptionally well. Not perfectly, not flawlessly, but so well that people can't look away. Tonight, we build the bridge across that canyon. By the end of this journey, you'll carry 7 deceptively simple, battle-tested principles, tools you can use to do almost anything not just competently, but unforgettably, even if you've never felt like a pro. Let's begin. 1. Respect the craft before you touch it. Think of a samurai sharpening a blade. Every stroke of the whetstone is slow, deliberate, sacred. Before you can excel at anything, painting, coding, lifting, negotiating, you have to bow to the discipline itself. Most people skip this. They chase the dopamine of quick wins. They watch a 5-minute tutorial and call themselves ready. But excellence starts when you treat the work like something alive. Picture Jiro Ono, the 97-year-old sushi master in Tokyo. For decades, his apprentices spend a full year just learning to wash rice. No knives, no fish. It's not punishment, it's respect. When you respect the craft, every detail matters. The temperature of the water, the weight of the grain. That reverence builds invisible muscles in you. Patience, awareness, pride. Ask yourself, have you truly bowed to the thing you say you want to master? Have you given it your full attention, free of multitasking and noise? The moment you do, you've already stepped ahead of the crowd. 2. Start ugly, stay consistent. Respect is the spark. Consistency is the engine. And here's the paradox. The path to doing something exceptionally well almost always begins with doing it exceptionally badly. Look at the first drawings of Leonardo da Vinci, shaky and uneven. Listen to early recordings of your favorite singer, off-key, hesitant. Excellence hides behind a mountain of awkward attempts. When you start ugly, you release yourself from the paralysis of perfection. You show up. You keep going. There's a reason Ernest Hemingway said, "The first draft of anything is not good." He didn't say that to lower standards. He said it to free you from fear. Picture yourself waking before sunrise, every day, to write a single page or practice a single chord. Some mornings it feels useless. But like a sculptor's chisel striking stone again and again, you're carving a masterpiece the world can't yet see. Consistency is not glamorous. It's coffee stains on your notebook. It's calloused fingers and half-finished sentences. But it's the quiet drumbeat that turns beginners into masters. 3. Steal like a student. Greatness isn't born in a vacuum. It's a remix. You want to do something exceptionally well? Become a thief, but a noble one. Consider how jazz legend Miles Davis absorbed the phrasing of Charlie Parker. How Steve Jobs studied calligraphy classes long before the Macintosh. They all stole, but they stole like students, not copycats. They dissected the masters, learned their rhythms, then reshaped them into something unmistakably their own. Walk into a gallery, a library, a workshop. Observe with hungry eyes. How does that painter use light? How does that athlete pivot? Take notes. Borrow structures, not surfaces. You're not imitating, you're apprenticing at the feet of giants. And then, when your moment comes, you'll synthesize. Your voice will rise through the chorus of influences like a clear bell. People will call it original, but you'll know the truth. Originality is just creative theft refined into art. For you dance with discomfort. By now you respect the craft, you show up daily, you learn from the greats. But to cross from good to exceptional, you must make friends with the enemy, discomfort. Every exceptional performance lives just beyond the border of what feels safe. Runners call it the pain cave. Entrepreneurs call it the leap. Artists call it the void. Remember Serena Williams training in the Florida heat, hitting serve after serve until sweat blinded her eyes. Think of a young Elon Musk, sleeping on the office floor to keep his company alive. They didn't chase discomfort for bragging rights. They chased it because growth hides on the far side of unease. Ask yourself, when was the last time you were truly uncomfortable for your dream? Not slightly annoyed. Not mildly stretched. Uncomfortable. The kind that makes your heart beat loud in your ears. Discomfort is the teacher that forges steel out of soft metal. Dance with it. Let it guide you. 5. Build invisible systems. Excellence looks glamorous on the outside. But behind every dazzling performance is a quiet architecture of habits and systems. Watch a Michelin star kitchen in motion. Every knife has a place. Every ingredient a timing. Chaos is the enemy of brilliance. Your life needs similar scaffolding. Routines that protect your energy. Checklists that free your mind. Small daily rituals. A warm-up, a review, a postmortem that keep you aligned when motivation fades. Remember, discipline outlasts enthusiasm. If you rely on inspiration, you'll stall. But if you build systems, morning routines, weekly reflections, deliberate practice slots, momentum becomes inevitable. You don't have to think. You just do. 6. Seek the brutal mirror. You cannot improve what you cannot see. Feedback is the mirror that shows you the smudges on your soul. Michael Jordan had coaches who dissected every flick of his wrist. Writers have editors who bleed red ink. The world's best invite critique not because they love pain, but because they crave truth. Find your brutal mirror. A mentor, a peer group, a recording of your performance. Ask for the harsh notes. Don't defend. Don't explain. Listen, because every criticism is a map to the next level. Yes, it stings. But remember the blacksmith's forge. Heat and hammer shape the blade. Without pressure, you stay dull. 7. Serve something bigger. Here's the final secret, the one that transforms skill into art. If you chase excellence only for applause, you will burn out or sell out. But if you tie your work to something larger, service, love, meaning, you become unstoppable. Think of Mother Teresa tending the sick. Think of a street musician whose melody makes strangers pause and smile. They're not chasing likes. They're transmitting something eternal. What larger story will your craft tell? Whose life will be lighter because you showed up and did this well? When you anchor your practice in purpose, every setback becomes bearable. Every victory becomes sacred. So here we stand, back at the canyon's edge. Behind you lies the comfortable life of good enough. Across the gap waits the life where you do things so well they shimmer. Respect the craft. Start ugly and stay consistent. Steal like a student. Dance with discomfort. Build invisible systems. Seek the brutal mirror. Serve something bigger. 7 steps. 1 choice. Tonight, when the world goes quiet and the sky turns black, remember, greatness isn't a crown handed down. It's a bridge you build, stone by imperfect stone, with your own 2 hands. Take the first step. The world is waiting to see you do something, anything, exceptionally well.